On this week's Tuesday Talk, we are discussing the 3 things we would not boondock without. This was all Steve's idea.
Yes.
After the last 2 Tuesday Talks, I figured I needed to give him one. So.
Yeah, the clothes and the kitchen stuff. That's okay. Let's talk about something that I have some actual say in or insight into, maybe. And insight might be a strong word, but I would start this off by saying that a 4-wheel drive vehicle, because we have a trailer.
Yes.
So we need a 4-wheel drive truck to pull our trailer. I don't care what size of trailer we have. We have a 10,000-pound Airstream, but even if we had a 5,000-pound R-Pod, we would still have a 4-wheel drive truck.
Yes, because when you're boondocking, you have no idea what you're getting into, what the road conditions are going to be like, what happens when it rains. There are so many things you have no idea, and having a 4-wheel drive truck just relieves your mind and gets you out of some sticky situations without having to call a tow truck.
Yes, I like to say you probably won't need 4-wheel drive until you need it. And then once you do need it, you're going to be super, super happy you have it, as we have been several times in the past.
Yes.
In places where, we're not exactly going rock crawling here. Sometimes it's just deep sand and you didn't realize it was that deep. And if you have a 2-wheel drive vehicle, you might not be able to get out of it.
Yeah.
So just very simple things that you just run into as a full-time traveler. The 4-wheel drive truck is, for us, we wouldn't go without it.
We would not boondock without it, no.
Yeah.
Number 2?
Number 2, I would say, is the composting toilet. That allows us to live off-grid for extended periods of time and not worry about filling up our black tank so quickly.
Yep.
In general, when you have a traditional flushing toilet in an RV, the more water you use when you flush, the more mixed those liquids and the sewage is going to be in your black tank, so it doesn't get all thick and sludgy and all that good stuff. So when you remove the sewage aspect of your waste, and that's what composting does, it separates the solids from the liquids so you don't have sewage. When you do that, you remove the need to use so much water, which means you have more water in your freshwater tank that you can use for showers and drinking and things like that, and you have more space in your waste tanks to be able to live off-grid for longer periods of time.
Exactly. We've done a bunch of videos on our composting toilet. I have an entire playlist, which I will link above. Everything from how we installed it to how we liked it as time went on, our tips and tricks for using the Nature's Head, which is the one we have, and our most recent modification to it, which made us divert the liquids from the small tank that it came with to our gray tank, our black tank, which we now have combined, and how we combine our tanks using the Valve-Tyler valve.
Yes.
So all of that is in the playlist above. If you have any questions about composting toilets, go check that out.
That's right.
Okay.
And
third one.
Third, last but certainly not least, is the most expensive item. Well, I guess the truck is the most expensive, but you need a truck. You don't need this item. It's our solar panels. I know I'm gonna sound like a tool when I say this, but I hate listening to people's generators. Even ours. The few times that we actually have to use our generator, I hate that sound, especially when you're out in the middle of nowhere. You want to listen to nature and not somebody's generator. And solar is not cheap. There's no doubt about that, especially the way we did it. We had it installed by AM Solar up in Oregon, one of the most reputable solar installers, but they don't come cheap.
No.
But we also wanted it done right, and I don't trust myself to do that right. But it's nice being able to wake up in the morning, look outside, seeing sunshine, and know that we are charging our batteries all the time, as long as there's sun. And we don't have to lift a finger. It just always works. It always charges. And it's nice not having to worry about using a generator, and especially hearing that generator right outside of our rig.
Yeah. Even we have a Honda 2000 and it's EcoBoost, so it's one of the quieter ones. And it's still, if you're inside the rig, it's not a big deal. It's when you're sitting outside that you can really hear it. So, and that's not a big deal if that's what you have to do, because it makes boondocking available to a lot more people. It's just something that it's our top 3 things we wouldn't do without. for boondocking. So we personally think it's very important.
We have solar on top of our Airstream, but there are also less expensive portable solar systems where you could just set the panel outside your rig, point it at the sun, and you're good to go. Those are excellent options if you don't want to go to the expense and time of installing something on top of your rig. Just get some portable solar panels that you can use to top off or trickle charge your battery when you need it. So that's another option.
Now you might be wondering, somebody might have thought out of our 3 that our cell booster may have been one of our 3 since we depend on having internet. Well, no, because this is specifically the top 3 things that we need for boondocking. We wouldn't be traveling without our cell booster. The cell booster is like essential to life for us. So we get our internet through a Verizon Unlimited grandfathered plan that we bought. I'll link to the information about that up above. And we have a WeBoost cell booster that we use.
WeBoost 4GX with a directional antenna on top of our Airstream.
And that comes in handy a lot when boondocking, but it also comes in handy when we're in campgrounds in the middle of cities, since we don't tend to use their Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi tends to not be very good. That's Penny.
Thank you, Penny.
She wanted to make a cameo.
Yeah.
So anyway, just wanted to point that out. That's why that's not one of our top 3, because that is essential to every kind of traveling, not just boondocking for us.
We need to stay connected.
Yeah.
We do consulting work online. That is not optional.
No.
We can do a day or 2, but even that, I don't like doing a day or 2. Yeah. I like doing 0 days without connectivity. So anyway.
Yeah. So that's it for this week's Tuesday Talk. If you have a question for a future Tuesday Talk, please leave it in the comments below. I know I say that all the time, but we're seriously looking for ideas. We often run out of ideas. We get better ideas from you guys than what we come up with. So yeah, leave them in the comments below. Let us know what you think an essential is for boondocking, if you guys boondock, and what you think of our top 3. And we will see you next week.
That's right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.